Hey there everybody, Gideon's Tactical here. We got another episode for you. We got another US made knife by Gerber. This is the Gerber Prodigy. This is actually, I'm pretty impressed with this blade, I'm not going to lie to you. Right off the bat I want to tell you, this is, I would say, one of the best truck car knives I've ever seen for a fixed blade. And we're going to get to it and I'll explain why. But particularly if you're looking for a fixed blade for your vehicle, I would say this would be it, and for some survival situations possibly. So let's go ahead and get to it. Give you some specs for you. The blade is 4.75 inches long. We got a full tang. We got a overall length of 9.75, so just under 10 inches. We have a steel of not 1095, you wish. 420 high carbon steel, still good steel. 420 high carbon steel. And we got a knife weight of 7.5, and we got a knife and sheath, a combined weight of 12.5 ounces. So those are the main basic specs for you. Knife is USA made, sheath is Chinese made. So those are the basic ones for you. And I got to tell you, there's a huge gap between Gerber's US made products and Gerber's Chinese overseas produced products. The overseas produced products are garbage. I have never seen a single item that I was like, oh, I like that from Gerber that was made overseas. But the US made products, which are usually either they're more high-end folders, which I'm talking high-end like over $100, or they're high-end fixed blades that are made in the US, made in Portland, Oregon. Those have pretty, at least on par quality, if not in some cases like we've seen with the Yari 2, awesome quality. So that's just my little rant there. Just want to let you know that US-made Gerbers are, in my opinion, at least a par that I've seen so far. Overseas produced, junk. So 420 high carbon, good steel. I like that. Some people will complain about it. I don't mind it at all. It's got a Rockwell hardness of 58. So, great Rockwell hardness. It's going to hold an edge long enough that you're going to be able to do a lot of work without it dulling. But at the same time, when it comes time to resharpen, it's not going to take you all day to resharpen it. We have here half serration, half plain edge. This does not come plain edge fully. You can get this in a Tanto serrated version, but you cannot get this in just a plain edge version, which is kind of sad. You got 3/16 thickness. Really nice swedge up there, dulled swedge. Very strong tip, but it's going to penetrate and stab really, really well. Great belly. And these serrations are not very aggressive, but are wicked sharp. So they're going to actually cut through, say, like nylon, your seatbelt, or whatever, very easily without a lot of drag, which is really nice. So that's the blade itself. You got a hollow grind, but it's a very mild hollow grind, which I don't mind. I mean, K-bars, we have a hollow grind on them. But this I don't mind at all because it's very gradual hollow grind. So overall, the blade itself is awesome. I think it's great. I wish it came in a plain edge. It'd be much better for survival use out in the wilderness. But for a serrated blade, this isn't bad at all. We got full tang, like I said. Now, if you can see here, you got kind of like a craton handle. It's not quite craton. It's some sort of molded texturing type of thing. Not very good texturing, but it feels really good in your hand. The palm swell is really nice. I like it a lot. They do put jimping all around it. It feels really good. You can see the palm swell there. It fits my hand really comfortable. It just doesn't have the texturing maybe that I would like to see. And if you can see that little seam right there, this is like a harder plastic, both here and on this butt, that little seam. But it's not. It's probably some form of grivery, probably is what it is, and it seals really nice on the tang right there, both top and bottom, and on the sides. There's no gaps or anything like that, so it's molded really well to the blade itself. Feels very comfortable in your hand. Just would like to see a little bit more texturing on the handle itself. Moving on here to my lockup. Back here, if I'm using it in either like a hacking format or in a tactical piercing format, it feels really good. It's got some good jimping in there, digs in my finger, and rests really nice. But it's not this hilt isn't so pronounced that I can't get my finger over it, which I really like. I can get my hand over that, and then if I am using this for wood process or something, it's not digging in my hand, and it's very comfortable with that roundedness, so that I don't even notice it if I'm going to town and doing some carving or something like that. So overall, that hilt is really nice. I like that. in comparison to some other knives. Even this K-bar I don't really care for. It's just so high and not comfortable to my hand. This is much more comfortable. Moving on back here to a lanyard hole and a really pronounced strong glass breaker that'll definitely blast through any sort of glass you may have, or non-lethals or possibly even lethals. Pound that in someone's skull. It's going to do that job really well. Again, going to, I think, an awesome car knife, in my opinion. So that's the blade itself. Going on the sheath, step on it here for you. This sheath, this kind of like molded, I don't know what it is. It's not Kydex. It's some sort of molding. Is awesome. It feels really good. It clicks in really nice. You got tons of different lashing options, both paracord holes and molly loops all over the place. And this is very, very good. The nylon itself is so-so. On the back here, you have 2 loops of molly, which isn't terrible, but the buttons are kind of weak. I can pull them off pretty easy without too much stress. So if someone like bumped into me really hard, these could pop off without, see, look at that, without too much trouble. So that, don't really care for that too much. You can loop them through the back of this other nylon strap here and kind of get them out of the way, but I would not use these to necessarily lash it to your pack. You do have a huge pocket right here to feed through some sort of either like this nylon strap for around your leg or something like that, and then you got a very large, this would definitely fit a tactical belt loop up here with some Velcro in there to keep it nice and secure from, you know, flopping all over the place. Same on this front side. The buttons are semi-weak, and the stitching is only a double stitching right there. I would have liked to see it maybe like quad stitching on 2 sides, so it's just not, see how easy, I mean, I bet you if I pulled really hard, I could start to get that to fray. So the nylon is but you can take this off without any trouble. You can just take that off right here, unvelcro it, and remove it from the nylon. And that's what's awesome, is that this thing clicks in really nice and snug with authority, and I love it. No rattle, look at that, whatsoever. Not going to come out and carry it upside down, and just is awesome, and I really dig that. You can use this and carry it on your belt horizontal on the small of your back or something if you wanted to, and you can push with your thumb off. It comes out really easily, and you can do it either way for lefties or righties, putting the blade in. So overall, this insert is awesome and better than a lot of sheaths I've seen. I'll put it that way. This is one of the better sheaths I've seen. So overall, my opinions for this particular Prodigy is, for the price, you can't really go wrong. And particularly if you're looking for a good fixed blade car knife or like urban survival blade, you're not going to regret purchasing this. I prefer all plain edge for out in the wilderness survival, but maybe you don't. This would work well too. It would definitely baton some wood without any trouble, and I think will treat you well. Is it a soldier knife? I don't know. You know, I'm not quite sold on me taking that over to Afghanistan or Iraq and going, you know, relying on my life with this. I'm not sure about that. In more of like a tactical run and gun situation. But for either urban survival, you know, you're just Joe Schmo and you need a good fixed blade, or for your vehicle, you can't go wrong. Or, you know what, you just want to upgrade from maybe say like a Gerber Big Rock camp knife or something, definitely. And I would take it over this K-bar short. I will say that. I would definitely be rocking the Gerber Prodigy over the K-bar short. It just feels a lot better in my hand, and the quality is there for sure. So hopefully that helps you guys out. Stay equipped, stay prepared, and I'll see you out there.